How's it going, guys? Andy here from Wholesale Help, and on this video we're going to be talking about storage on a budget. If your house is full of retail arbitrage stock, online arbitrage stock, and even wholesale stock, if your other half is giving you grief because you've filled up the spare room, the garage, the back shed, and everywhere else with your stock, and there is nowhere else to move, this is the video for you. You don't necessarily have to jump from filling up your house into a massive commercial warehouse. There are some in-between and budget options that you can look into that will help you scale your business and give you more capacity to buy more, reinvest your profits, and grow your business. So in this video today, I'm going to give you some budget options that will cost you just a few pounds a week, some intermediate options that will be maybe £100 a month, and maybe some larger options that might cost you £200, £300, £400 a month. So let's get cracking, shall we? So you filled up your house, your partner's going crazy, there's nowhere to move, you need more organization, you need space to be able to process your stuff, you need space to store your stuff properly, you need to move to the next step, and storage is your answer. So my number one budget storage option is local council garages. Here in the UK, the local council offer budget housing for people on low income. And as part of that, they also offer garages, but not everyone who has a council house necessarily has a car or wants a garage. And so you'll find a lot of local councils will be offering these garages to rent on a monthly basis. Now, these places don't have to be located in a really bad area of town. Here in Suffolk, we actually have some beautiful villages with council housing and garages to go along with them. Now, if you go onto your local council website, you should find a section about garage rental. You can rent a garage for as little as £13.46 a week. There's often a range of locations available for you to rent the garage. And certainly looking on my local council website, there are some very nice, very safe and very well-off areas that have council garages to rent. So I wouldn't be too worried about security. If you do go ahead and rent one, they're quite happy for you to add additional security to the garage, like additional deadbolts, and you can even buy garage alarms for as little as £15, which work off a key fob like your car. You can arm it and disarm it as you come and go. And even if you don't live anywhere near your rented garage, if a 100 decibel siren goes off when someone tries to get in, they're not going to be hanging around. So on to the second intermediary option, which is local storage companies. Now this might be quite an obvious one with storage companies being exactly what they're designed to do, but I think storage options vary quite a bit. Some of the national chains are actually very expensive. You don't get a lot of space for the amount of money that you're paying, and it can be quite expensive. But in my experience, there are often quite a lot of local companies that offer you storage options. They're not big national companies, and their rates are often quite a bit lower. You do need to look out for access times because some of these places may restrict access for between, say, 7 a.m. and 6 p.m., for example, because the place needs to be manned for you to get access. So worth checking if there are any restrictions on access, because if you are still in a day job, you may struggle to get in there in normal office hours. So worth checking that out. But have an ask around, see if you know anyone that uses storage and get some recommendations. There's probably a lot more options out there just down the road from you than you even realize. Another option, I'm just going to throw this one out here. It's not really on my plan, but it's a good idea to think out of the box. If you just explore, keep your eyes open in the local community. There may be some small to medium-sized businesses that have large storage space as part of their business, and they may not use it all. So keep an eye open for these places because it costs nothing just to walk in, introduce yourself and say, look, I need to store some of my stock. Are you interested? Can you give me some of your space and I'll pay you on a monthly basis? I think if you were to ask around, you may well find a company that doesn't offer this but is quite happy for you to take some of their spare unused storage space in return for a bit of money, and you may find it quite good value. Something to think about. Alrighty, so lastly on my list, the largest option before you go into commercial warehouses are things like local farm units. Now these days, farmers aren't making as much money from traditional farming methods as they used to, and a lot of farmers are diversifying, making use of their storage and offering them as self-contained units. Now this can be simply personal storage for people just storing their excess stuff, all the way up to mini commercial units that they totally refurbish. They'll put in light, electricity and water. You can make yourself your own small warehouse. So look out for these places. Again, ask around, have a look around for your local farms and just ask them. You might be surprised there's somewhere just down the road from you that has storage available at a very reasonable price. Now this is the option that I personally use. My warehouse is located on a farm complex that it has diversified, great security, 24-hour CCTV. I can get in there whenever I like. I can put whatever I like in there, and there is tons of space. I can literally back a 40-foot lorry through the door. I have as much space as I will ever need, and I pay a fraction of what you would have to pay for a similar sized commercial warehouse. So that pretty much wraps it up for storage options today. Hit me a thumbs up if you found this helpful. I'd appreciate that. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit that bell notification button so YouTube lets you know every time a new video is uploaded. And as usual, thank you very much for watching. My name's Andy Lawrence, and I will catch you on the very next video. Bye for now.